Oh god, all the screens all messed up because someone has their screen turned off. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nerdy Playbook. We're in episode 11 of Blades of Bahamut.
Musical spots.
Musical chairs with the cams. Gravity.
Yeah, just a reminder, everybody, that we are still doing our fundraiser with the Trevor Project until the end of the year. If you can, please consider donating. You can do any amount from, $5 to $100 or whatever. We do offer rewards for those that donate. Starting at $5, you can DM our Twitch or Twitter or Instagram, and our lovely DM Joe will throw in some NPCs on your behalf. Or if you donate $100, we'll get 4 of the Nerdy Playbook players to play on a stream together for some video games. So consider doing that, but it's also for a really good cause. So, pitch in if you can.
FYI, if I sound a little coarse today, I am a little bit under the weather, so just bear with me if I have to pause for anything. I think I have the flu, so I've been taking some meds.
Oh
no! But
we can stand in for you, Joe.
Yes, do the DMing
be like,
for
hi.
me.
We'll decide what really happened.
Any other notes before we start up?
Follow us on socials.
Yes. Follow our socials.
Yes, everybody's socials is on the bottom of their actual cam. So if you want to look at get them at any of their Instagram accounts.
We're talking about the Nerdy Playbook ones?
Yeah. I mean, that works too.
Yeah, that works too. Plug everything. But
and everything.
Yeah.
And all the things. We got Nerdy Playbook on all the things. And then if you are behind or you want to catch up on any of the stuff, due to Twitch rules and algorithms, some of the episodes have already been deleted from Twitch, so they are moved over to both Spotify and YouTube under the same name. If you want to know what happened in the previous seasons, about half of season 1 is in there because we didn't stream right at the beginning, and season 2 is fully on YouTube as well. Sure. Let's get into it with our intro. All right. So, last we left off, you all made your way out of the actual catacombs, moved your way up, and some of you took some individual tasks. Silic made his way to report back to his superiors, reminding you that everything that happened there is hush-hush. Dira and Dahlia, you went to go meet up with Dahlia's father, but you found out that someone actually broke into the place trying to steal something and kind of paralyzed him to make his ailment more effective to him, since he had nothing to defend himself against. You tried to surprise them, but unfortunately it did not work, and they were able to quick run off, firing one shot of a firearm round. As you saw, that whatever they are, they have some kind of animalistic features, as they're able to run on and jump pretty far with more kind of animalistic feet, but you're unable to really see them, mostly cloaked. Also, meeting up with a few of the local leaders of the Soaring Sun Order and making a deal with them that with dropping off your father, you will pick up some, you will help them with their current task of trying to uncover who are the financial backers of the Fallen Order that kind of hide behind the shadows. I'm gonna say everybody just kind of had a long rest in there because it was a long night. So if you didn't already, you were able to click the long rest button.
Can I forego my long rest?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to sleep.
Okay.
Oh,
Fair
there's no
enough.
sleeping after that.
There's no sleeping after this.
Okay. If you are gonna forego your long rest, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Am I gonna get a dream anyway?
Well, no, because if you don't get rest, you do get exhausted.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah. I was mainly scared of
Little
getting
details
a dream.
and all the stuff that you've expended that you won't get back.
That will be a 22.
Okay, you're fine. You're going to be tired, but you haven't had any problems that currently are having from you holding back your sleep. You guys didn't go to sleep till pretty late, so everybody starts to wake up roughly about 10. You're still technically not really on duty right now, so you don't have to wake up with all the other soldiers at the current time to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do whatever you need to do. So all of you are up doing whatever you want to do in the morning. You all start to notice that maybe it was that white noise that you didn't like, but you got used to, is the constant tapping on doors, as you would have a familiar teammate come through and start to wake everyone up, as it is almost ambiently quiet out in the barracks hallways. You still hear people walking around, but you don't get the usual excited wake up call.
She okay?
Well,
this is sort of said to herself.
okay.
She's like, "There's not a knock at the door. Why is there not a knock at the door? There's always a knock at the door." And I am going to get up and go to Monreal's room and figure out if I can figure out why she's not woke us up.
Okay. Anybody else?
I am actually in kind of the lounge area at the center of the barracks, since the rooms are in a circular order and there's a bit of chairs and stuff. I didn't feel like going to sleep, because if I have one more dream, I'm checking myself in with my father at the Soaring Flame. So I am going to sit in a lounge chair in the middle. I have all my dream notes and everything out, and I've just been kind of reading my prayer book and thinking about life for the last few hours. So if I see Dira come out, I'm going to immediately notice her, and I'm just going to watch her for a second, because I'm like, oh, it's Dira.
Okay.
I will probably stay in my room a bit longer, so.
Sophinia?
I'm gonna go through what I collected from Ye Olde Archives and just kind of put my notes together before I meet up with the rest of the group.
Gotcha.
Ye Olde medieval file cabinet.
Yeah, Ye Olde
Ye Olde file cabinet.
From the Ye Olde archive. Can't just put
It's
Ye
like a
Olde
library, but it's not.
Right.
It's like a library, but it's not.
As you arrive, you do find that the room is cleaned out, the door is open, bed is made. Everything's kind of like how it'd be if someone moved in on their first day. Everything is kind of cleaned up and put together, with a singular note just kind of folded and laid on the pillows of the bed.
Okay, after taking a moment to wonder if I imagined that she existed, because brain, I see the note and I will take it and open it up.
Okay.
At this point, I'll get up and I'll go over to investigate as well.
Okay. You do see Dira, right at that time, you do see her in this cleaned out room, starting to read a note that is left there. It is a simple fold. It's not like it has any kind of seal or insignia on it. It was just look like last minute parchment, ink, quill, and just folded at the end.
If I see Dahlia come in, I'll go over and open it where she can see it too.
Okay. I'll peer I'll peer over her shoulder, wonder what's going on.
You do see in the handwriting of Monreal, my dear friends, it has been a fun adventure with all of you, but I feel like this is not the adventure for me. I have many things that I have left behind that I must return to, and I feel like I cannot do that while I'm aligned with the order that we are aligned with. I wish you all the best, and if we ever cross each other's paths again, it will be a treasure. Yours truly, Monreal.
Well, that was sweet and sudden.
Not sure I can blame her after all this.
Yeah.
It'll be a little weird. It's kind of like having my brother around in good way and bad way.
Well, I hope she's doing okay. Doing, what's best for her, clearly. So.
Yeah. She might prove to be the smart one.
It's a shame she didn't leave any of those really nice artifacts behind, though, but can't blame her.
I don't know. I'm not sure most of that would have done much without her tinkering with it anyway.
Yeah. I think one of them was cursed. So it's probably for the
hopefully
best.
she'll take care of that. Well, that's a start to the morning. How are you doing?
Hold on to the note?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Just
show
probably
the
tell
others.
the others. Yeah.
How are you doing? Did you get any sleep?
No.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I owe you a few answers. And I just want to say that I appreciate your help yesterday, and I'm sorry that was really sudden and not what I intended for it to happen.
It's all right. I'm just glad we were there. I hate to think what happened if we hadn't gone.
I'm glad you were there. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Why would they target him? Why would they target your house?
It's a long story. Do you want to go sit back out in the common room?
Why don't we do that? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to get me some tea. And be ready to listen.
Okay. Does that mean we need to go to the mess hall to get the tea, or do you have any in your room?
I'm going to say I have some in my room. Or do you have any in your room? Because I would, if you do, then, because I probably don't, but so I would be heading for the mess hall. So,
okay. I have some ginger tea. Would you like me to just go grab you some?
That sounds amazing.
It's lemon ginger. It's my favorite.
Lemon ginger, even better.
Okay.
You got taste.
I'll disappear into my room. I'll leave the door open.
Yeah.
I'll make just us some really quick. And
I'll take a seat in the common area near where she was, and just kind of.
I have a bit of an avoidance, being in my room, like it's nice and cool. It's clean, it's not dirty, but I'm just okay, I don't want to be in here right now. I just feel weird about being in empty spaces right now. So we come back out, sit down, and I hand her some tea.
Thank you.
Okay.
So the reason I knew about the cult stuff is as it's been a thing for a few years. I'm the Soaring Flame. I'm sure I explained this a little bit yesterday. But when I came back from leave, I noticed that there were hexes on my door, and my father is not well, he's not the man he used to be, and it's quite easy for him to be taken advantage of, I guess. And so, talked to Sulik, and then we did the mission, and now I find out that there's so many other pieces to this puzzle, and if I'm ever going to be able to have my home again, the way it used to be, I got to get rid of all of them. Then,
what's the matter? Is it all because of this cult?
I suppose, I don't know. And I left. They were here, but they were never so bold, like leaving hexes on the doors and everything, and surely not in my neighborhood. And I came back, and it's like a lot has happened. But
I mean, it seemed like if more people were as bad off as your daddy is, then people would notice more. And they said there's some, but not so much like that.
Well, the ground level doesn't get as much love and attention as we do up here. So I think they know exactly what they're doing. And I think this has been a plan that's been going for quite a while, and it's just finally picking up some speed. So I feel like if we don't take care of this now, it will be too late soon.
Sounds like it's about time to give them all that love and attention.
Oh, I just feel bad bringing the others into it again or asking for their help again, but I surely can't do it alone.
It should be what we're here for. There are people. But if things are supposed to be different, that should be where it starts.
It's why I've been waiting out here all day. I didn't want to go back to sleep, and there's just so many things to talk about in the process, and I was just decided I'd wait out here and see who comes out and talk to them and see what they think.
Slept surprisingly well, actually. I think I was just too beat to do much anything else. I don't know what to think.
Don't even want to think about what we saw yesterday.
I don't either, but I think we're going to have to.
You have any other ideas? Like what it could possibly have been with her reasoning?
I am definitely not in the habit of questioning gods, but I don't know if it's...
Well, I'm not questioning, like...
Or even trying to figure out.
I'm just trying to understand and, maybe if we're in her way, we could, get the heads up and not be in her way. But also understand why she's letting people live that...
I don't know. She said... Well, and the funny thing is she said, he ain't for us to deal with yet. Like she's got a purpose for him. That I don't understand, but...
I just don't know what purpose would be worth letting him do all this to these people.
Yeah. Maybe that wasn't part of it. Maybe she came to get him for something else. I don't know, but... And how she looked? Was that some kind of illusion to get them to follow her? I don't understand.
Maybe it was a disguise. You know?
I don't know what they think their all-mother's supposed to look like. I can't think that something you call the all-mother would look like that, but they got some funny ideas. So.
Well, I'm sure they think we have funny ideas too.
Fair enough, I suppose. Anyway.
So I guess we probably would just make small talk like this for quite a while. I'm particularly waiting to see if anybody else comes out myself.
Gotcha.
Yep. Same.
At this point, I think I'd be walking by because I'd be going to morning workout after I slept in and went over my archive notes.
Morning calisthenics coming through.
Yeah. 100% opposite of what I do in the morning.
Right.
I like my sleep.
My morning workout is I turn over in the bed. It's already a chore the way it is.
That's right. Morning, Sophia.
Morning.
Where are
How'd
you?
your
on
night
again?
go?
So we got a surprise, and I hold out the note to her.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Well, military life is not for everyone, so I hope she finds her way and is well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
that's
wish
the
her
news
good
on
luck.
top of everything else.
Top of everything.
How are you
else.
doing after all of the weird?
Surprisingly good. DM, did I find anything in my notes?
About
I'd love to pull up my old notes, but I'm still trying to access my computer.
okay, and about what specifically?
I think I was looking up anything. We were going to go see the two different people. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm sorry.
Would that be
Give me a
the
moment.
gunsmith? Or
Cindy
That might have been. There
Stillwell.
was a
that
specific thing
Cindy
I was looking
Stillwell,
for.
the gunsmith that was kind of Tafton's? No, that was somebody different from Tafton's predecessor. I feel like you went
will-
and started
Okay,
to
so-
talk to her.
He's the engineer from Lakeshore.
Yeah, Cindy Stillwell is the actual gunsmith that's over on Lakeshore. She's considered a genius, but she's kind of like on that level where she's also like kind of like insane at the same time. So a bunch of people call her crazy because she's just the odd duck that just doesn't fit in this world. There's the predecessor. I don't remember how much information I gave you guys about him, but you don't really.
Just that
That
they
was what
left.
I was looking for.
Yes. The only thing I have is that they left.
Yeah, and you don't really have much information about who they are, where they went, what do they do. Yeah,
Okay, sorry about that. Thank
that's
you.
all right.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going back in game. Well, I was trying to look up in the archives about the predecessor, but I haven't really found much information about him. So I was going to go and find somebody who would, but I figured I'd do just my normal morning workout just to start my day before I go anywhere.
Okay. So, Gaju, what would you like to do?
I am gonna join them in a couple of minutes, but
Mhm.
there is actually something I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as everything that's kind of happened in the last few days, Gaiju's feeling a little lost. And he feels like he needs some answers, so he's gonna try something that he hasn't done in a very long time.
Okay.
He's gonna like kind of go into the center of his room and get down on his knees, and he's going to try to pray to a certain god.
Okay.
And we'll see if that happens. Sorry, I am not prepared at all for this.
Okay.
Um,
Is this the guy that you and I have been talking about?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you proficient with religion at all?
I don't believe so,
Okay.
but he's gonna try anyways.
Okay. So, you can just give me a regular religion roll.
Okay. Where are my dice? Oh, that's not bad. 18.
18. You go through what you've seen others do for the motion. You've seen Dahlia
Mhm.
do this. You've seen many other people that pray to, whether it's Cocopial or other deities. They have a similar way of doing it. You know, get on your knees, cross your hands. You know, a simple method. You close your eyes. What do you say like in your head, or do you talk like physically, like out of your lips?
Because he's in his room, it'll probably be just verbal.
Okay.
And I do actually have a little something written for this.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not a religious person, but I was raised by someone who was. And I think as lost as I am, she would want me to try. I'm no weaver of fate. In fact, I've only ever been a pawn in someone else's game. I've spent the last 3 years learning about you, but I was too busy saving my own tail to ever ask for help. Too long have I watched from the shadows in fear, but this group, they need me, and they need guidance, as much as I do. I know that you favor free will, and sacrificed everything to protect us. My fate has long been out of my hands, but I will put it in yours. I have information for you. Alazna, give me direction, and I will serve you.
Are you holding anything that you're using as like a source to channel through, or are you just holding your hands together?
Probably just hands.
Okay. Evens or odds?
Odds.
How long do you want to commit to just keeping your eyes closed to hope that something's gonna happen?
I guess start with 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And see.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So you're sitting there, whether or not you find it odd or uncomfortable, you're trying. You're trying to be as patient as possible. Like about a few seconds before you decide to think that this is a waste of your time, you get a feeling that maybe feels alarming to you. Whether or not you react to it is completely up to you, but you feel someone come over and touch your shoulder from the back.
I guess I'll just kind of try to focus on that presence. See if there's any guidance.
So you keep your eyes closed?
Yes.
Okay. As you keep your eyes closed, give me one more religion check.
That is a 10.
10. Where with your eyelids closed, it's just blackness. You don't see anything. You start feeling a slight warmth to your skin. Maybe the feeling of being out to a nice summer's day. Just a warming glow, inviting. As you keep your eyes closed, the blackness of the eyelids start to turn into more of a darker, warm tone. Some oranges, kind of like a fog in the air. As you now see that you are standing within this dreamscape, whether you designed it or someone else has invited you into it. But you are able to freely move into this empty world. No physical objects, just this very thin, easy to walk through, easy to see through fog of smoke and flame. Completely harmless. You don't see a roof, you don't see walls, you don't see a floor beneath you. You're literally walking on what seems like an invisible floor. And as you look down, you don't really see anything beneath you because there's blackness, but you just assume that there's nothing beneath you.
Mm-hmm.
No one currently says anything, but you're in this world.
I guess he would kind of try to look around, see if there's anybody there, and then upon not seeing anybody, probably call out for Losna.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check to make your intention sincere.
You said persuasion?
Correct.
That is a 12.
12. You're walking around trying to get Elasna's attention. You hear you through the left side of your ear, then occasionally on the right. You hear the flapping of wings. Nothing of anything large, maybe like the size of a pigeon flying around. A singular bird. As you're trying to look to find it, it's kind of always flying out of your vision. Until eventually it just lands on this post that now just randomly summoned out of nowhere. Roughly about 4 feet in height. Regular falcon post. Making it so it's at level with you as it just sits there as you see this little ember bird decorated with a long tail of blacks and reds. Wings that while folded down still extend further than its body. And with a large beak with kind of the mohawk kind of tail on its head. It just sits there, perched up, looking at you. Just kind of crickets its head.
I'll kind of pause for a moment and look at it.
Okay.
And then kind of bow my head before carefully approaching.
Okay. As you walk forward, even with your head at a more of a bow movement, you whether it seems as a defensive mechanism or just its natural passive ability, walking towards it does get warmer. So much so that you start to sweat in the clothing that you wear. The heat itself becomes, like every 5 feet you get closer to the creature, it goes up about another 10 degrees. Until you get within 10 feet of it, you feel like it could be 100 degrees within this area. It just, as you maybe peek up, it just kind of crooked its head, look at you, and just kind of sits up straight in proper posture.
I come seeking aid and guidance, whichever you will give me.
Without the beak moving, you hear a telepathic communication through the creature to yourself. Guidance always is given. I'm freely able to give knowledge, but you are not one of my normal patrons. Yet, there's something about you that intrigues me. A familiarity of sorts. But you, again, are not a servant of mine, and which is all good and fine, but I have many people that want me dead. So, if you want a formal means of communication between us, you communicate to me which you have brought to me, and we will work from there.
What would you like me to do?
Let's see. Evens or odds again?
Odds.
Odds. Okay. The bird itself starts flying around again. Eventually lands on your shoulder. As you find a time to randomly move your hand up, it uses the proper time to drop something, so it lands right in your palm. As you find yourself what looks like an onyx pearled necklace with a crimson jewel at the head of it, matching the exact same colors but more of a metallic residue to the features of the bird itself. Currently, right now, I am using what little time I have to speak to you. I am busy after all. But if you need my help in the future and I am available, you can use this to communicate to me. I prefer that you show more patronage if this is something that you would like to commit to in the future. But what I'd like to ask from you more specifically is to find a old friend of mine, or let's say a friend of times past.
And who would that be?
There is another god that I have not spoken to in some time, and he has gone absent from my vision. His name's Gladlin. Do you know of this person?
Do I?
You can give me a religion check if you like, or a history check.
Religion or history?
Either one.
Those are both the same, so that is an 8.
Yeah, you are not familiar.
Okay.
The bird just looks at you. That is fine. Gladlin is a friend of a piece of me, and he has far surpassed his mortal form to transcend into, let's say, a control of time, fate, destiny. It's all within his willpower. It makes it very hard for me to be able to communicate with him. But I fear that there is dangers ahead with him. Something is off. And I can't figure out what it is. I will give you one more thing to help you on your travels, but I cannot help you use it. As in your other hand, a crown summons into your hand. The crown itself doesn't look like it actually has a royal signet to it. It looks like it's a magical nature of some sort. Do you speak you would, because you are partially Elvish. In Elvish writing, it says Keter's crown. Keters, crown. This was a powerful object that he used before he lost his mortality. If you can find someone that can help you track him using this, it's probably going to be your best start. Until then, this will be a difficult task, but if you're able to complete it, we could have more discussions in the future.
I see. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. As the bird just kind of flies around, starts spinning around as this smoke starts enveloping enveloping you, as all of a sudden you just connect back with your own body as you open up your eyes and you're back in the room again. You do have the items in your hands. To be specific, the necklace is already on your neck, and the crown is in your left hand.
I'm gonna assume that I'm in my casual clothes.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of pull aside my my pouch and kind of carefully put the crown in that.
Okay.
Along with some of my other important things. And I'm gonna kind of like run a hand along the necklace before hesitantly taking it off and also putting it in the pouch.
Okay.
Since I've not worn that before.
To explain, the necklace isn't like super huge.
Mm-hmm.
They're like small little black pearls, very, very tiny. So it could be hidden if you wanted it to. It's not like it's just gonna like push out through like armor or anything like that. But the actual pendant on the end is large but not thick, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess with that, I'm gonna put on my bandana and tuck my tail under my obi and head out.
Okay. All right.
I feel like we would still be in the common room and probably asking Zephinia like about her research, just because we technically don't know anything about that. So I feel like she would be filling us in.
Okay. Anybody who's in the common room right now, give me a perception check, because there are other soldiers in there talking.
Ooh.
7.
Okay.
Spooky 20.
Spooky 20.
19.
19. For the 19 and the 20, there are a few groups. Some of them are maybe taking a break, but they are technically working. Some of them are just like you, where they're taking the days off, or they currently just don't have a job available to them at the moment. The common area is quite large. It takes up a lot of the buildings, and it takes up the center portion of the building itself. You do hear, and maybe you didn't know about this because you've been off for the past, several days, but there seems to be a huge rumbling, more than just gossip, but it seems like people are talking about that Aegis has actually betrayed the order and has actually left to actually like attack a lot of their major facilities.
Oh.
Whoa. That's news.
Currently right now,
Was that
Aegis is the one that took you in the training facility.
was Aegis the one that was at the town before us?
He was.
Wasn't he? And he didn't have any memories. Or am I thinking of
You're thinking of someone. Aegis is the one in session 1 where he had you guys do your training session.
We did our test.
Yep.
Okay. Who am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
My notes fail me in the worst times. I'll find it at like next week. Alright.
Aegis is one of the three.
Aegis Severett.
Yeah, Aegis Severett is one of the three soldiers that are the top of the actual military, totem pole.
Okay. I see. I see where I'm at. I see where I goofed. It's because we kept calling the wizard Idris Elba.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The other things that you two hear are specifically that due to this, there has been a high alert on a lot of soldiers as far as where they're being sent and what they can do. A lot of groups that are being sent out of the actual country are either being accompanied by high-ranking military members or by Soma or Geneva themselves. Due to safety purposes.
I'm going to turn to the rest of the...
Go ahead.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
I'm just going to turn. I can't believe he would do this. He's been a member for so long. I couldn't imagine him turning against us. I wonder if we'll have a new mission soon.
I wonder what the
Like-
sudden change is.
Would I be approaching by now?
Yeah, we can say you're approaching by now. Yeah.
Would I hear any of their comments or?
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys are being extremely quiet about it, then you'd be able to hear it.
If it's the hot goss.
We're talking about the same thing everybody's talking about.
Yeah. Then, I mean, there's only a couple other things that are being talked about. One is specifically that a lot of missions out of the country have been halted due to probably the similar circumstance. The only other thing that's going on is that the king has been absent for the past week. No one's seen the king, and only his royal council has been in and out. No one has actually any proof that he's actually even still in the actual building.
Oh.
But there's a rumor that the prince will be actually arriving to see the king for an unknown reason coming in the next month. But yes, at this point, Gaju, with all this information we talked about, you would be walking in.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, things just get weirder.
Yeah. Do you want to show him the note?
I hand him the note.
I'll take it and read it. Well, I hope things go well for her.
Yeah. Seems like her timing probably couldn't be better. Things are getting weird around here.
Zephania, we're not keeping you from your thing, right?
I'm assuming Zephinia's still doing like crunches while you guys are there, like crunches,
really
push-ups,
do.
planks, mountain climbers, like you guys are talking, but she's still working out.
Push-ups while we have casual goss.
Knee kick,
Right.
leg kick, some knee touches, the whole thing. Like she probably just like can't stop kind of thing.
Right.
No, you guys aren't keeping me at all. I was gonna head out, but with all the talk of this betrayal, I don't want to be too far from my team if they call us out anywhere.
They might decide they want us to do something.
Oh,
Mhm.
just add that to the list.
List keeps getting longer. Now, before we go anywhere, I want to try and. I don't like it. I prefer to be up close and personal, but the last couple scrapes we got in, I'm starting to think I need something with a little bit more range on it. I should probably go see what I can do about that if we're going to be before we go doing anything else.
That may not be a bad idea.
Don't have much else planned.
This is a good time to mention too that something that I haven't mentioned to you guys before. The three of the higher ranking soldiers, they're freelancers as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They just happen to be such a higher rank that they don't have to listen to Renard. They actually outrank him.
That must be nice.
They outrank pretty much everyone, don't they?
They
Except
only
the king?
they only report to the king or the prince.
Ooh. Fancy. I look at Gaiju and Zephania and I go, so there was like some things that happened last night after you guys left and the cultists and all that. And just letting y'all know, if you feel a little bored for the rest of the week, that yeah, Thera and I signed up for another cultist extravaganza.
Not sure
I'm
that's
not-
the right word.
It's not the right.
Nothing like that. We're
Nothing crazy. We may not have to fight people. But basically, if you guys are interested, I could give you some more information if you'd like to keep your ears out for things. That is not descriptive whatsoever. But
Not at all.
I noticed that Dahlia is not mentioning her father, and I am not going to call her on that, but I'm just kind of looking at her.
I'll I'll make eye contact with her back, and it's like that I know face. But yes, so we went to the Order of the Soaring Flame last night on the way back to the barracks. It's a really long story. I don't want to bore you with the details, but basically they're looking for information on people that might be in cahoots with the Order of the Hold on. What's the cultist one again? There's a lot of orders.
It's the same
The Order
thing.
of
It's
the Fallen.
it's the Order of the Fallen.
Order of the Fallen.
The
Okay.
Fallen.
I feel like it's a long story. I don't want to bore you with the details. It's kind of becoming Dahlia's catchphrase. It's a standard thing.
Being super vague to get our skirt around the subject. Yeah. Okay. Order of the Fallen. Yes, we just
happened last night.
We went on a walk around the ground level, and we saw some cultists, and I'm trying not to lie, but not tell the truth right now.
Insight check.
Oh. And we stumbled our way to the sanctuary, got to talking. They're lovely people. They don't like us, but they like us now. And we basically started talking about the cultists, and they offered us to help, and we need to help because the cultists are bad.
Has to do with the way they've been taking advantage of
check. Because I'm not. Hey, here's the thing. I'm not lying. But I'm also completely not telling the truth.
You decide whether it's deception or persuasion.
20.
So did it beat the number?
Yeah.
Then you don't.
Yeah,
even
I got a 10.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as you know, it's the truth.
Apparently, they've been helping some folks who are not doing real well because of that hex thing going on. So that's kind of where it started.
Yes, it's starting to become a real problem down there, and it was just really obvious to us, and so yeah. If you guys want to join in on the fun, if you have nothing to do, we'll be doing that.
It ain't nothing make. Apparently, this Order of the Fallen have they got somebody on the inside, and they're taking some kind of artifacts that are being imported, exported. They got somebody inside the Senate or something helping them out, divert this stuff so they can get their funding. This I'm saying very quietly in case anybody hears us.
What did Gaiju say?
You said this was the Order of the Soaring Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're the ones that basically tasked us. They are looking for ways to stop the cultists without resorting to violence. Pretty much.
DM, what I know about this order? Or what guide you?
History check.
What is with the sevens? That is a 9.
Yeah, you might have heard about them before, but you don't have enough information to really know anything about them.
They're a little squirrely around us because they don't seem to lack the New Aberrant too much, which I suppose since they're
not fans of the uniform.
Well, they're aligned with Alasna, I think, so that would have something to do with it, I'm sure.
Yes, but figured we could help out, No obligations. Just letting you know.
I think it would be a good idea to look into this and to stop them, especially with everything going on.
Yeah. We figured it's along our way anyway. If we can help each other out, so be it.
You know, if we could put a stop to it, hopefully, before we leave for Kokobio knows how long, you know,
Mm.
would do a lot of good to a lot of people here.
It'd be just our luck they decide to send us out of the country now.
I wouldn't surprise me anyway.
Yeah. Well, add it to the list of things to take care of.
This is getting awful long.
It is getting awful long. Oh, that being said, Zavinia, if you're in, I have like a little gift for you. I'd like to give her oh gosh, what was it? The hilt. They have the hilts. They gave us those like magic sword hilts.
Oh yeah, the rod.
Yes,
Right.
I have no use for that. So, if Zafinia, I will look at her and I'll be like, they gave us these like as like gratitude for taking on the quest, but like I don't really need it, and I figured because you like flames, it would go really well with you.
That's right. Are there two of them?
Yes.
Like flame.
Yeah, you're
Thank
given
you.
2.
So I will give her mine because I don't really use a weapon.
Okay.
DM, I'm gonna switch to my computer really quick because I guess I'm echoing really bad. If that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh. She took
Oh.
my hilt and ran. Darn.
Hey, look, I've got you.
Okay. Oh no!
Yay, technical
Just when she thought it
difficulties.
was safe. Okay. I also have my notes, like in case there's other things I need to. That was one of the
There we
things
go.
I had planned today. Yay!
She's back.
Okay, so yeah, I give you the flaming hilt thing.
I accept it, and I'm kind of looking at it and very awkwardly give you a hug because this is like the first gift I've really ever received.
Aw, and you know what? I like low key need a hug right now, so I'm going to like full on just be like, oh, this is like
Oh.
I
That's
just
so
like
sweet.
pat you on the back. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Just as I'm glad it will get some use, because I'm sure you will use it way more than I will.
Yeah, it needs to be attuned to the weapon. You don't have to attune to it, but it needs to attune to the weapon, and then it adds a 1d12 fire.
Thank you.
You cannot disengage that fire damage without taking it off of the weapon.
Correct.
Between the hilt and the vials of flame, you're going to like burst everyone, and
Yeah,
like,
you're getting-
everyone's
you're-
going to
you're-
explode.
You're getting
Burn these
very
cultists
fire
down.
branded here.
I like the spirit.
I am gonna attune it to my stone great axe.
Okay.
Nice.
And then, what is it you're packing there? Got you? Because I've got extra already on my sword with the radiant, so might be worth putting a little extra on one of yours.
Let me check. Wait, what do I have in my inventory?
It's supposed to be anything with a handle. It's pretty much any kind of. I think it's pretty much any melee, but it says he said anything with a handle that you can attach it to. But
Correct. It could technically go on a mage's staff too.
ah,
Is that something that I could attach to my double-bladed scimitar?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'll accept it.
All right.
Well, we could. I'm just putting this out there. If we do the thing for the Order of the Soaring Flame, I always get it wrong. We could get some extra hands to help us. If you're catching my drift.
Mm.
But I figure I would let it be a team vote because I know some people are weird.
No. He's heading out in a couple days, isn't he?
Yeah, but he did give us this cool sending stone to use, so I just figured, maybe we need some help.
We might as
I
well.
mean, I wouldn't say no if he's willing. He's handy to have around. A little bit of a flake, maybe, but comes through in a pinch. He was a little flaky sometimes. Don't give me that look.
I mean, yes, but also having, someone that could just teleport you to the other side of the cave was pretty nice.
Yes. He had, I mean, it maybe he's not actually flaky, but it looked that way from our perspective. I think it's just more that he had his own thing going on. But it just seemed like every time Dara turned around and said, what is he doing now?
Just so offended.
It would be good to have another member outside of our team. That way, if rumors do get spread that we're going off on our own, we have backup to let them know that, no, we didn't.
And he also does have a little more information about these cultists. Perhaps he can give some insight. And perhaps, honestly, he could help us just right off the bat with knowing maybe some people to keep an eye on.
Very true.
I noticed the
Fair
one
enough.
person that's not saying anything.
If you will trust him, I will trust your judgment.
It's a team vote, so if you have...
I think I trust what his goals are. Well, I'll go that far.
I know not
As long as he's
everyone
not stabbing
quite...
me in the back, we're fine.
I don't think he'd do something like that.
Let's be honest. If he's gonna stab you, he's gonna do it right from the front.
Yeah, he'll yeah. That is the impression that I have gotten.
Yeah.
Very well. If that
Okay.
is your judgment, then so be it.
Okay. Well, do you all have things to do today? Should I maybe give him a call tomorrow or later today? I don't feel like... I don't know if today's the best day to start this, but
Might not be.
sooner the better.
Maybe a little more decompression.
First
I
thing in
think
the
I wanna-
morning.
My eye twitches. When he says decompression.
You good?
I have an errand or two, not a whole lot.
I think
Very
if I
well.
get some coffee, I'll be okay.
Maybe you should get some sleep before we do this.
Mhm.
I'll get it eventually. I don't want to worry about
You're gonna
that
want
right now.
Yeah, if they decide to send us somewhere, you're gonna want to be rested up.
I agree.
I'm good. I'll get it later.
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the weak. My spell slots don't need healing whatsoever.
What do you need spell slots for?
I have a single spell slot available right now.
Oh my god.
Definitely sleep before we head out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll
Make
get
sure.
it.
You use an awful lot in that fight. I hate to think of you
I'll
not having no reserves.
pray on it a little bit. How about that?
That's a good idea.
Pray with your eyes closed.
Maybe I'll join you a little.
For maybe 8 hours. Sounds good.
Nice long prayer session.
Oh gosh. It's my turn to facepalm for once.
I kind of clap her on the shoulder. It sounds like our conference is pretty much done. So, unless there's other stuff people are wanting to bring up.
I give everyone else the floor.
Yeah.
I think we've all got a lot to process.
Yeah.
Maybe take the day and, well, regroup later or tomorrow.
Later
Sounds like
sounds
a
good.
plan.
Could go over
Later.
what our game plan is.
Yeah. Maybe meet up for dinner.
I think that's reasonable.
You want to give Silic a call and let him know? We can game plan tonight.
Do you want them to come? Game plan?
Think it would be a good idea.
Probably.
Okay. I'll let them know. Do you want me to go do it now? Like,
I'll just let him know when we're meeting up, which I'm
Sometime.
guessing is dinner time.
Yeah.
where are we meeting up? Are we meeting up?
I mean,
like,
this
here?
isn't the kind of
Perhaps.
secret mission that he. Well, I don't know. I guess you're probably going to want to check with him whether he's going to want to be seen with us on base, or if we need to go down ground level to the tavern again or something.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah, we-
need an exclusive fast pass down that elevator if we're going back to the ground level.
Right.
Well, take care of the things you need to take care of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my only real plan today, and to go by the temple at some point. But
Yeah, we do that at some point too. But
how about I'll give him a ring and we will. How about we? I'll go give him a call, and then you know what? I'll come find you guys, and I'll let you know like where we should like meet up tonight. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay. You see me like shuffle
We-
off, and like with a
we
stone in my
disperse.
hand.
So everybody just goes and
Holds
does
it
their own
up to
thing.
like hello.
It's like
Actually,
that awkward silence as we all look at each other and just slowly turn and walk away.
Yeah, and actually, as Zephinia is walking away, I'm gonna kind of like catch her a little, be like, Zephinia, dear, are you going off
Yeah.
to train?
I am. Would you like to join?
Might as well. I feel a little bit rusty after that.
Follow me, I'll show you where it's at.
Right? Follow her.
Head on down to the training.
well, as tempted as I am to watch that.
To each their own.
Maybe I'll see if they're still there when I get back.
I know
Good
where
night.
I'm going when I'm done.
So who wants to start it off first with their own individual thing?
Hey,
Can I
okay.
call Silic first?
Sure.
Ring ring.
All right. So you got to talk in the Sending Stone for it to work.
Shit, yeah, I forgot. It's been so long
Just
since
goes,
I
ring,
used
ring.
the sending stone.
It has a maximum of 25 words before it automatically sends.
Okay.
22 now with that ring ring.
Right.
Make it canon, yeah, so I have 22 words left.
And then once you essentially pause, it's going to automatically send it, no thinking that you're all done putting in any information.
Oh god. It's gonna take me 5 minutes to get this message to this poor guy.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just be like, hey, new opportunity to stop cultists. Can you meet at the barracks? I still have plenty of words left. Okay.
You don't have to use them all up if you don't want to.
No, I want to like.
Okay.
That's
Would
off.
love for you to be a part. That's all. I
Okay.
think that's all I got.
In about like a minute's worth of time. Oh, happy to hear from you. It is. I'm surprised you were able to figure out some information about this. I would be happy to help. Unfortunately, I cannot make it to the barracks at the current time. What time did you ask you to meet him?
I didn't give him a time.
Okay. Okay, so he's gonna actually say it's like, can you meet me dusk?
Waiting for that location drop.
Oh no, the barracks. He's saying the barracks, but at dusk.
Oh, okay. I can send 25 words back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Group dinner at dusk. Want to join or meet sooner? I feel like this is like texting, like on an old phone where you have to you don't have a keyboard yet.
Yeah. I'd be happy to grab some food and drink with the group. Just send me where you want to go, and I can meet you there.
I'll send back. Where is a cheap place to go? I'm broke. I don't say I'm broke, but I am broke.
He responds like, "Oh, you didn't have a place in mind." Well, if you're looking for cheap, there is the Cornerstone, which is on the east side of town. There, you get what you pay for if you want to go there.
Send back. Okay, sounds good.
All right, I will see you at the Cornerstone at dusk.
Sounds good. Thank you, Silic. Beep. End message.
Now, is that the east side of up top where we are, or down at ground level?
Ground
I'm
level.
praying it's up top.
Ground
No!
level.
How are we gonna get down there? Wait, call him back. I do not have money to get down there, actually though. Can we take
You
an
asked for
elevator?
something cheap, so that's gonna be cheap. Anything on the top level is gonna cost money.
Oh, do I have to call him back? Because my idea of cheap is a total
Meth hall?
package.
I love how it's so
not
easy just to
including-
call him back, but
including
you're
the
just
toll.
like, but if I call him back, it's gonna be weird,
If I'm broke, he's gonna be like, if you're broke, just say that.
yeah, just tell me you're broke,
We'll get you down there, Dahlia. It's
I will
okay.
sneak down the elevators at this point. Shit. Alrighty. Well, shit. That's where we're going.
Okay. All right. How about?
Wait, is Dira still with me, or did you leave already?
I probably have gone off to do my errands.
Okay, then I'll slowly start making my way to where this bar is gonna go down because I don't got anything else better to do, and it sounds like a good time. Maybe I can make some popcorn along the way.
So you're just gonna already start heading your way down to the restaurant.
Yeah, so I'll just tag along with them because I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Got you.
I mean, I guess I'm going off with Sophinia to do training, so.
Okay. Then got you in Zephinia.
Here's a training grounds is where I go every day. I mean, there's a few different things to do. You can run around. We have the mannequins set up where we can practice archery and sword fighting. I guess there's some mages over there that practice their spell work. But yeah, this is it.
Fair enough. What do you usually do?
I usually run, get stamina on up, and then I'll go and practice with my chain sickle or the great axe. I want to hone my skills. I don't want to be weak like I used to be.
How about a sparring partner then?
Sounds good. I'm guessing we face off against each other and...
Might as well. I think a skilled opponent is the only way to improve.
Very true.
Okay, so you guys gonna fight against each other?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Quick question though, is anyone else in the training room at the moment?
The training room is is not small, so there are different people doing their own things. I'd say that there is a couple people specifically looks like they're using hand-to-hand combat and actually practicing jujitsu on specific like wooden dummies. There is a specific room that looks like it's contained in like a glass wall, and there is looks like somebody is testing magic using a staff, making it where it's like it can't like break the room. And then a few people testing archery, one with crossbow, two with regular longbows.
What's your weapon of choice?
Well, I could use some practice with my scimitar.
I'm gonna take out my chain sickles. Just
Okay.
because I like saying chain sickle.
I feel like
I'm
that's
just
like
picturing a
actually what we
frozen
chose.
chain every time you say it.
Right? Like an ice cream.
sickle. Chain
It's like ASMR.
Like, oh, it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Before
my
we
weapon
start.
of choice.
Okay.
Before we start, I would like to level the playing field. And, I think you're the last person to kind of know about this, and I feel terrible. So, I think you deserve to know the truth. And I take off my bandana, and you see the 3 sets of horns that kind of poke out just above his hair. And his tail's gonna unwind from out of his obi, and then you see the hooves.
I take a look at you, and I just... Okay. Are we gonna start?
What the fuck are those?
Just making
Very,
it
very
easy.
nonchalant. Okay.
Oh my god, I love her.
It was just like, built up on this, and we're all like, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's go. I don't know how to start this.
Okay, so if we're gonna do like a legitimate like sparring session, we have 2 different options. We can do standard combat 1-on-1, just like any other combat session, or we can do specific checks as if like you were like in a chase scene, but we're just gonna do it as a fast-paced combat session of who overcomes who in battle.
I don't
I
care.
think probably 1-on-1 would be
One on actual
better
combat.
training. Actual combat.
Yeah,
All
that could be
right.
fun.
Then roll initiative.
Okay. I'm getting a better dice because this one is betraying me already.
Big ol' 4.
A big ol' 4.
That
They're
is a 20.
Well, obviously
Okay.
that takes
30,
it.
Ooh.
Oh, we're getting cool battle music too.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alright.
it's The Witcher. I knew it.
So obviously,
we
I'm
go.
not going to bother you with tracking this because there's only 2 of you, so we don't need the track initiative. So the 20 goes first. I'm gonna here. Let me quick throw up a map.
Okay.
Just a quick. Give me a second so I can quick whip something up for a training room.
Alright.
And just shout out, make sure you can keep up.
Sucker.
Gauntlet
I was
thrown
gonna say
down.
the same for you.
Oh,
I'm feeling we're like circling each other across the arena area.
I'm so here
It's
for
ready,
this.
waiting
I'm
for
not
an
here yet,
opening.
but I'm so here for this.
I just imagine, like, as we're finishing, the other 2 walk in, just like, oh, okay.
Right? What happened?
Just give me a couple minutes to get something.
No
good set
worries.
up.
We have a cheering squad of all the guards
Right.
and the other soldiers. They're
They
like,
my
start
gosh,
taking
what's
that.
going on?
Everyone just like is so blown away. They all stop fighting and like come root around you guys. I love it.
Right?
Yeah, by the time we show up, they'll all be
Classic.
like taking bets and
Oh my god.
And I'll be like, hold on. Like I'm the broker here. You have to come through me.
Oh, you broke
That's how
alright.
she
You're the
makes her
manager.
money to get down the elevator.
you're both of their manager.
Get in line. It's 10 gold. It's 10 gold a ticket. I take Cash App and Venmo.
I think you mean Lady Visa?
Yes.
And MasterCard.
Oh my
Remember
god.
that joke.
Gambling 101.
Gambling.
I've learned so much from Peaky Blinders.
You're welcome.
It's really the only thing I've learned so far, apparently. Applying it.
That, and we all know that you simp for Thomas Shelby.
That's you know, that's not relevant to the D&D. It is totally relevant to D&D, but not on the stream, not in front of everyone. I'm just playing.
You have a type.
No better place.
The stream is the best place to roast your friends. What are you talking about?
That's right.
Oh, I feel roasted a little bit.
Almost done.
Yeah, Joe, how's that coming along? gotta get the attention off me here.
I am literally saving the file right now, and then I'm gonna upload it right to the thing. So it just takes a second.
Fair. No worries. I know we kind of caught you off guard with that.
That's all right.
Talk more smack. It wasn't fun. It was funny.
God, I can't just do that off.
Something
I'm not good at improv. I'm sorry.
You're doing fine.
And go. Oh no.
There's so much to talk about. He has a tail and horns and hooves. Like,
And we have everyone. I just love how everyone's reaction to that has just been completely anticlimax. And Gachi's like, "This is what I was worried about."
I don't know. I hit a door on the way out. I feel like I had the most dramatic
That's true.
reaction.
You did kind of. Wait, what?
Deer is just like, okay,
Which
you
is
know,
funny because you're
we'll
the
talk
one
about it when he's
who-
ready. Sophinia's like, I don't give a shit. Dahlia's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, and Dolly
Okay,
is the
are
one
we
with
gonna fight
invisible
now?
tiefling traits all the time.
Dira will find out about the horns and the tail shortly. It's fine.
Like
She at least
whatever.
knows about the hooves.
Yep.
I can't wait for her
Alright.
to just be like, you know, we still care about you, bro. Like, everything's good. Like,
A quick
Oh my God.
whip up.
absolute wholesome.
So put your tokens about right here. You can be as far apart as you want, depending on your starting parameters.
Are there bleachers for future reference?
No, there are not
Definitely
bleachers.
involved. Title of
I'm
nonchalant.
actually at the mess hall getting some snacks right now, and I grab a bag of popcorn. Just happenstance.
Where are we putting ours? I'm sorry.
You can somewhere on the same level as Gaju. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. You can be as far apart from each other as you want, depending on what your starting setup is. Whether or not you guys wanted to start off 30 feet apart or 10 feet apart, whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you. Just stay within that section.
Okay.
All right. So the bigger roll goes first.
Yeah. I kind of imagine we're just circling each other. So when I see a good moment, I'm just gonna lunge in with my scimitar.
Okay.
Well, that's definitely not gonna hit. Where the fuck is my...
No, I sneak out of the way. It's all that stretching.
Remember,
sorry,
Sophia
I'm trying to
warmed up.
remember.
Yeah.
Cardio, man.
Learning the value of a warm up.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Should've warmed
remember
up.
what I need to add to my attack.
Are y'all gonna flame each other with the hilts we just gave you?
I mean, one of us is gonna burn, the other's not.
Oh!
Me and Deer are like, oh no, what have we done? We chose our fighters unintentionally.
How long is attunement for that?
For what?
Put those up there.
Hilt.
For
The-
tuning
the
the
rock-
hilt to
the
the
rods.
To tune to it right away, it takes an hour.
Oh, so we definitely have not been that long.
No.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. What do
And
I
we're
add
not
for a
sending you
weapon
to the
attack?
infirmary.
What do you add for weapon attack? Whatever
To,
your
like hit.
On your sheet should be right next to your scimitar.
It's not loading.
Okay,
Oh,
let me
no.
I
check.
just have a blank.
All right, let me check for you. So for you, your scimitar is +6.
+6. Okay, so that is a total of 13. So that definitely misses.
Back out of the way.
Oh wait, I actually have 2 attacks with my scimitar. So I guess I'll roll for another.
Yep.
Fake her out, you
That's
know?
small.
Lord, that's an 11, so that also misses.
Oh, starting off
Back out the other
strong.
way.
He was so
As
thrown
I-
off guard by her being so chill.
Honestly.
As I duck, I pull my arm back and throw the chain sickle out for a measly 8 to hit.
That misses.
I can
This is
throw in
great.
my offhand my other chain sickle, right?
You can do what?
I can throw in my offhand my other chain sickle, right? As a bonus.
Depends on if your chain
Can I,
sickle
or
is
can I
required.
not?
It requires 2 hands or not. Let me check it out.
I don't think it does. I think I have the 2 separate. Let me see. It's a light thrown. The black sickle can be thrown as if a dagger or a hatchet.
The chain sickle. Let's see, melee, slashing, light thrown. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
So you can use
so-
something. So yeah, if you didn't use it as your main hand, you can use it as your offhand.
Okay, so in my offhand, I'm going to throw my other. For another wonderful 8.
That
We're
misses.
starting
Guys
off
are just
strong.
missing each other like
Oh yeah,
crazy.
we're both missing. It's fine.
Very entertaining.
Cinematic, you're building up to the blows,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You're just,
Yeah.
feeling each other out, dodging,
We didn't properly warm up.
checking out each other's defenses.
I think we can both agree that these were just test throws, just to test out.
Yeah.
Totally.
Did she
Nobody
say
said
that,
that.
like, actually? Like,
Yeah, I say that actually. I think that these were just test blows for us to start. I think it's time to get serious.
All right, I think I'm gonna make this a little more serious. I got an actual better map that I made real quick. So,
Okay.
Ooh.
put yourself somewhere within the cage.
Yeah.
Cage.
Oh
We
my
have a cage.
the cage! Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's little bleachers for us. Dira!
There you go. I guess I'll kind of like dodge that last hit of hers, and then I'm inclined to agree, dear, and go for another attack. Well, I guess double attack. Okay, that's 16 to hit.
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And another 16. Oh my god.
Like,
There.
just duck as it just goes to graze me.
Well, look
I'm
at this
gonna
way. You guys are
return-
using up those rolls not on our actual bad guys. Ooh.
Yeah.
Return 22 to hit
Oh, that hits.
for 10 damage. As I grab it back and take my other hand and throw for 15.
That misses.
Oh, and that's the end. I can't do anymore.
Gotcha. We probably should have discussed rules for this.
Oh no.
Well, I would say
Well,
that
it's always
if you
a
get
good
brought down
sign.
to 0, you're not dead. You're just out.
Yeah. I'm not gonna use magic on her. So I will just go for another 2 hits. I'm gonna use a different dice again. Good fucking grief. That is another 13. And a 7. Wow. I hate
Nope.
all of my dice. We're opening the tiny set now.
Oh,
The tiny set.
bring on the
them.
tiny dice.
They're all disowned.
I keep moving. I'm not standing still, and I'm gonna throw it again. For 12,
That
I
misses.
think. And my offhand,
Ooh.
20
That hits.
for 10 damage. And I'm gonna take it back and say, are you finished warming up yet?
Oh!
Um, sorry, just thinking what I want to do. I assume we're actually closer to each other. We're just gonna go for another 2 attacks. 16 missed again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 13. Wow.
He is
Very well.
flustered.
He's not even flustered. He's just frustrated.
Oh no.
As that misses, I lunge forward and tackle and try and grapple.
I would just like to say one thing. Sophinia, are you holding your axe during all this?
No, I just had the chain sickles.
You would have 1 less AC.
Oh.
The axe gives you additional AC.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so
So a
you
lot
had
of those
16 twice, so go ahead and
do
I
damage.
think I
Yeah.
got 16
Damage.
3 times.
Yeah, you got it
Or
once
3
before.
times?
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
That
I
changes
missed
things.
that. Thank you.
All of
That
the
does
Sorry.
change
smack
things.
talking. He was
You have to be
hitting the whole
You have to be
time.
physically holding the axe in your hands for it to actually give you the 1 + 1 AC that equals up to
Got
17.
it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a note for that.
So
Oh,
you're
they're
gonna
getting
get
the die out.
yeah, you're gonna
You're
get
goner now.
2d4 plus 3 times 3. So
Oh.
okay. So sorry, math is 6 for the first time I hit you. Nine for the second time I hit you. $11 for the third time I hit you. Now we're fair.
Changes things a bit.
Now I lunge forward and attempt to grapple.
Okay,
Take down.
that's a strength check.
I think so.
It's a the person grappling has to make a strength check. The opposing person has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
15.
Oh, and I have +2 on saving.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind with that roll.
Oh.
You said strength saving?
Yeah.
So that is 11.
Okay. So are you just binding Gaju with your arms?
Yep, I rush in, I slam Gaju down, and then I hold him by the neck and try and grapple his arms and say, "Are you done yet?"
Am I face down or back down?
I'd have to say face down.
Okay.
No,
I
back
would
down,
like...
because I
Back
went
down.
at you.
Okay. I would like to make an attack with my tail against
Okay.
her bad wing.
Yes!
Oh, vicious. Okay. So that would just be an unarmed strike with your tail then, which is a...
Do I add anything to that roll?
let's see. Unarmed strike is a +6 for you.
That's a 24 to hit.
Okay, so
That's
because you're using strength on that, that just does direct 4 damage. You don't even have to roll for it. That's just 4 points of damage directly to the wing.
Okay.
So I'll say, Sophinia, how do you, since it's going to your bum wing, how would that actually affect you if he
I'm
actually?
gonna release and roll away.
Okay. All right.
Climb to my feet in the meantime.
Okay.
I don't give up that easily, dear.
Good to know. And I throw the chain sickle back at him. Or a natural 20.
Oh!
Ooh.
Definitely hits.
That is a total of 24.
Yeah, 24 points of damage.
I'm out.
Okay.
Alright.
So combat is ended as the winner is Zephinia.
I stretch and then I throw a hand out to help you up.
I take it and get up.
Can I show
Training.
up in this moment? I missed everything.
Just holding like a big huge bowl of popcorn, just shoving like your mouth like a raccoon with a bunch of
just
nuts.
have popcorn in my hand. I'm like, oh, did I miss it
We're
already?
both bleeding and bruised and like
Breathing hard and
moving shoulders and
oh man.
So because you guys did something like this, I will introduce a thing that I sometimes do. If you guys decide to do this during some of your short rests, or not short rests, during some of your off time, with you two specifically, if you get 8 sessions done, no matter who wins, each of you will get a +1 increase in strength.
Ooh.
But they have to happen on different days.
okay.
I do the same thing for reading books, doing anything that would increase your skill set. If you consistently do it at the same time every time, you will get an increase in something.
Look to guide you same time tomorrow.
If our missions allow it, sure.
Just get the blood out of the nose.
So badass.
Like a spit on the ground, just like. Ugh. Now I
Okay.
gotta heal from that.
I think a nap is gonna be in our future later.
Gonna wake up with like big swelts on your eyes and stuff like that.
Start whistling and walking away as though because I have no spell slots. Oh wow! Look at this! Look at this training room. It's so lovely.
Oh, look at
Well,
that.
actually,
All right. So, Dira.
Okay, my errand, and I'm not sure if this is something I can do up here or if I need to go down to ground level. I am going to acquire a crossbow.
It depends. You're gonna get a lot. Well, you'll find a lot more places that are gonna be better quality up on top, but it's gonna cost some money. If you're doing a lot of hunting, you might find something cheaper that might actually be more efficient on the ground level, but require you to do some hunting.
More efficient in what way?
Could possibly have properties that you can find it. Like, okay, so top floor you'll find weapons that you could probably find anywhere, but maybe you might just have an extra property. If you find the right place down on the ground level, you might find something that is like custom, like a unique kind of weapon.
I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at that.
Go for the ground level.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means I will miss their sparring, but I'll have to check them out tomorrow.
Okay. So there's a couple places you already have heard about that make unique weapons. 2 of them you would not have access to right away because they are guilds. The Fighters Guild and the Alchemist Guild. They make unique weapons. There, over the talks you've had with your group, there is Cindy, the gunsmith.
Mm-hmm.
It would take you a little time to get there, but you know you would get a custom piece for not too expensive a price to the quality.
Okay.
Anything else you would have to walk around town and investigate.
You know what? I'm going to try and meet this Cindy person.
Okay. It does take about, if you're walking at regular pace without having the assistance of any animal, roughly about 3 hours to get there. Because it is outside of town. It is over on like beach side of the actual area. But it is not hidden. Her place is very known. She just has a interesting set of clientele.
Fair
Which-
enough. I'm not really in a rush. I
Okay.
mean, I want to get back, in time to figure out what we're doing for dinner, but I should be able to do that.
Okay. So we'll get back to you, Dahlia.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Look who's flustered.
Having a great time.
I'm having a really nice time.
Just the nicest time. I am fighting off sleep, nightmares. My dad is not having a good time either, and these two really attractive people just beat the shit out of each other, and I couldn't even get to see it. I'm having a great day.
They freaking suck kicking rocks and stuff like that.
Damn it! I missed all the action. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just standing in front of them, like waiting to see what happens next. I didn't have any other plans today, so yeah. And I don't want to go to sleep, so I'm literally trying to do anything I can to not do that.
Okay.
We didn't have breakfast yet. Food is sounding really good at this moment.
I have some popcorn. Do you want it?
Yes.
Challenge the winner.
I give it to her.
Challenge
To the winner! Oh, yes. To the winner.
That's
Just to
not
rub
what
it in.
The loser starves.
I happily eat the popcorn. And then I pass them over.
So what are you all doing after this?
Grabbing
I don't really
food.
have anything planned.
Food. Well, I just came from there. But I could have grabbed you something! Oh, you should have let me know. I'm sorry, all I have is this popcorn.
I'm appreciating the popcorn.
Yeah?
It's quite delicious.
Yeah. I'm glad, Oh my gosh, y'all can just see the bags under my eyes.
Oh, God.
Have you slept at all?
No! I've just, and I've been so productive. I've read a lot of my own notes the last 8 hours. I feel a little more connected to myself, You ever do that where you, read your own notes and you're like, wow, I didn't know I thought like that. And I just start
Can't say I do it too often.
rambling a little bit about...
I look at Gaiju like, is she okay?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Tell you what, Zephania, go get yourself some food. I'll make sure she gets taken care of.
I'll meet you guys later.
I don't know if I'm up for a spar thing. That's kind of y'all's thing, but I also have no
I'm
spell
not going to
slots
fight
left.
you.
Oh,
I also feel like shit now, so thank you.
You're welcome. As I walk away.
I have a health potion. Do you need that?
Don't waste that. I can rest later.
Do you have a spell slot?
I have a single spell slot. I have a little juice left.
Actually, Joe,
Yes.
so with sparring, how does that work health-wise? Now that it's over.
I mean, you still would need at least a short rest to regenerate, but
Yeah, but would I be just sitting at 0 or?
Oh, no. So I would say that you guys would go back to your maximum health, but anything you would use for abilities, you would still need to take a short rest to get back.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just add my health back then.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't use
Their
anything.
health potions
so that's fine.
in the training room to take care of things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just
Okay,
sitting next to all the weapons.
Right.
Take a hit, have a shot.
Talia, are you sure you're
Just line them all up on the bar. There's an image.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no. It's just been a couple rough days.
Do you want to talk about it, or?
I do have some ques that maybe you could help with. But it's no pressure. Like, if you have things to do, I could just like go read some more.
If anything, you're going to bed, but I may be able to answer. So.
I look like a toddler that you just told to go take a nap. No. I think sleep is out of the question for me right now. Like, it's a long story. I don't want to bore you with the details. I said that earlier. But there's just a lot going on, you know? So like, I'm here for you guys. It's good.
I think you're the one that needs rest right now. So, tell you what, I'm not going to make you go to bed because you're very adamant about not doing that. But
Nope.
how about I make some non-caffeinated tea, and we'll go sit in the garden, and you can relax.
Do you have caffeinated tea?
I'm not giving you that, dear.
Fine. Okay. I can do that.
Good.
Fighting myself.
And I'm just
Really.
kind of like drag her by the wrist to my room to make like some tea, and then once that's done, go out to the cherry blossom garden is what it was.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh yes. I haven't gotten to come out here yet. It's so pretty.
It's certainly peaceful compared to everywhere else.
Have you come here before?
Have I?
Have you?
I don't know. I want to say probably once or twice in passing, but not very much. Go on, sit, get comfortable.
And I sit with my back to a tree trunk, and I just don't look comfortable whatsoever. But I'm sitting, you know? So I'm just like, yeah. I'm like wringing my hands, like everything's good, peachy.
I'll awkwardly hand her her cup of tea and then kind of sit down myself and relax a bit.
Are you sure you're okay from the spar? Like I have, like, I can help a little bit if, you know, you're feeling a little ouchy.
I'm fine.
I don't have much, but it'll help.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. I just take the longest sip of tea ever. Just like to fill the silence.
Like the awkward sip. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, like
so awkward.
just like super long.
So, you said you had questions for me?
Yeah. And then as I skip through my actual notes because I forgot the name. Okay, like, you know what? And then I just like dig through my shirt and I pull out this key. And I take it off and I don't hand it because I'm protective of it, but I hold it over to you and I'm like, have you ever seen anything like this before? Like, ever?
Have I?
The key?
Yeah, the key. I have no leads with this. I'm like, you know what? F it. Maybe he knows something. Probably not.
Let me try to think of your past.
don't know
You
my
can
past
give me a
either.
history check, Gaju.
Okay. I genuinely don't know anything, so, you said history.
Mhm.
I believe that is 17.
You don't know where it specifically goes, but just being around certain places, you know that Lisa's key would unlock either a vault or a tomb.
Okay. I guess I'll kind of cautiously hold out my hand to look at it a little better. I'll leave it open if she actually does or not.
I look between the key and your hand. Then I gently give it to you.
Okay.
I'll kind of like.
1 second, not to interrupt. 1 second. Gaju, do you still have the crown on you? Like not wearing it, but do you have it like on your person somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Continue.
Oh boy. I'll kind of like look over it for a minute and then hand it back to her. I'm no locksmith. But I believe that probably opens a vault or a tomb.
Well, I don't have any of those in my family, so I don't really know why I have it, but apparently I just have it. Apparently people just give me things, and they just expect me to know what these mean. And I don't know what these mean. What?
Funny thing about that. She does the same thing to him all the time.
In like a pause of time, Dahlia, while you have like a split connection with Gaju, like hand to hand, whether it's just touching the key or whatever like that, you like time freezes for you. You have no idea why.
Oh shit.
But you see like Gaju just frozen. You just look around, you see everybody else frozen.
I'm ranting. That whole time I'm ranting. I'm like ranting to myself, and I turn and he's still frozen inside. I'm like, wait, what?
And you start to see the walls of this place start to turn black.
Oh no.
You start to see the trees start to decay and die.
Oh no.
You see the building that is your home base turn to fire and ash. And then as you blink your eye, you see a black tower take its spot. As you stand there, you look at yourself like almost as if you're not yourself. You see like a puddle on the ground and you're somebody else. You are a different mage altogether. Human, wearing a full cloak, and has a very unique staff. With a split second decision, you can quick give me an Arcana check to see if you can understand what the purpose of the staff and also what her book in her hand is.
I'm checking. The Arcana it's a 16.
Okay. You know of one mage in the military that has a unique gift of chrono magic. Time manipulation. As you somehow are seen through her eyes as something is happening. Currently, at this specific moment, you look, and you're outside, and you see that the building's about to explode. As you see a group of 5 people.
Am I teleported to like a different place in time right now? Like a different place?
No, you're still where you are. You're still outside in that exact same spot.
Oh, I'm looking in the future, essentially.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
As you see 5 assailants wearing all different kind of uniforms, nothing matching. As they're being approached by several soldiers, including the prince and the person that you are seeing the eyes through. As they're able to disappear doing some kind of magic, you see that the person that you are seeing your eyes through is able to manipulate magic around her to rebuild the building around. You blink your eyes. Excuse me. You blink your eyes as you see these 5 people once again fighting off some great warrior. This warrior looks very similar to the one that you've seen before. Shadowed. large blade in hand. But you see nothing but blackness around.
Oh. It's this bitch.
The last thing you see are eyes staring right at you. These large emerald eyes. As you are no longer on a physical surface, you just are now in a space very similar to what Gaju was just in, where you're just in an empty negative zone. Nowhere to stand, nowhere to move, no walls, no floors, no ceiling. But you just notice that you're being watched by somebody. As if someone's taken a notice to what you're doing, even if it's not your own intention.
Do I feel I can communicate in this moment?
You currently cannot speak.
I can't. Okay.
As you just hear a loud grumbling sound. What are you doing here?
If I couldn't speak, I'd be like, dude, I don't know either.
At this point, you are free to talk. But you only see these large emerald eyes. Like, each eye is like your size. Just staring down at you like almost like lights that are like blinding through a fog, where you can't see the car, but you can only see the lights as they're just sitting there as the only physical objects in this dark, negative area.
And what did they ask me again?
What are you doing here?
Oh, man. I'm going to stare them down with, like, the widest eyes of fear, and I'm going to just squeak out, I don't know.
The voice continues to speak. As you can tell, it's trying to speak a language that you understand. It refuses to speak common until it figures out the best dialect to speak to you is Elvish. As you eventually have a floor to now stand on, as the floor itself now appears as you're in a dark forest. Pitch black night. So dark that you don't even see the moon in the sky. Trees start to grow as you're in not necessarily a haunted forest, but a forest of eternal night. As you hear a familiar, a notable sound of a dragon flying around, large wings scoring going through the skies, almost like it's surrounding you like prey. As you hear it come from the west and immediately dive bombs and goes through and then goes to the east and circles around until it eventually lands all 4 feet on the ground, wings straight up as it immediately roars at you with intimidation. Green skin, druid style kind of body, accent colors of reds and pinks, as it immediately stares at you, and then it starts shrinking.
Amanda's face says it all right now.
And it starts shrinking and shrinking some more until you can recognize this is very similar to what God you can do once in a while, change its form. As you start seeing the body, the wings now pull itself in, tail shrinks, head becomes a little bit more humanoid until it stands up, 2 legs. As you see a partially clothed green elf, adorned in rose petals as a natural cloth clothing material. Walks up 10 feet in height.
As a tall boy. Can I speak?
Yes, you can.
I've seen them before, haven't I?
You know who this is. This is Gladlin.
I know who this is.
This is Gladlin,
shit,
god of fate and destiny.
Oh shit. I never knew his name. Now I know his name. Woo!
Every cleric and paladin would know who Gladlin is.
Just kidding. I know his name. Like, but as a player, whoa.
Dolly knew his name. You didn't know his name.
She's learning a lot right now. So would I know his story to which I can
His story is not very
understand?
secretive. You do know that Gladlin was a warrior in the final years of the First Age.
Mhm.
He was granted powers due to his clan. And he absorbed the powers of the three Fate Sisters, basically as what most people would know as the Weird Sisters, able to travel through time and sees things as a blank slate instead of actually past, present, or future. Because he's a druid, his most natural form is a dragon, so most people see him as an actual green dragon.
So I'll look at him and I'll just say, are you sending me these visions, these dreams? Is this you?
As he kind of like stretches out like he's he like almost less intimidation and more kind of like, oh god,
Just
it's been so long since I've been in this. Oh god. Whew. Kind of pulls back his hair a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. Wow. It's been a while. Whew. As he kind of like starts playing with his fingers as plants start to grow within his hands out of like trees as they grow within haste. As roses start to actually emanate through his palms as he may like just crush them and he just kind of throws them into the wind.
Like looking around, like, are we like, is this like present day or like?
You have no idea where you are to be able to calculate time.
No, I don't. I was asking him.
Oh, okay. He looks at you. Time is... there is no time here. This is my world. Time does not exist.
Oh. How did I get here then?
Kind of like looks at you and now has a more stern, annoyance kind of look to him.
Okay, gonna backpedal a little bit.
Looks at you. You have an item of mine.
I do?
It's the only way you could have manipulated time the way you do. You're not strong enough to be able to shift through time like you have been. You have something of mine. Puts out his hand. I want it back.
You're going to have to give me a little bit of details here. I own a lot of things.
The crown.
I'm a
I
very
want the crown
important
back.
person. I don't own a crown, but if I'll keep an eye out on one for you. How did I get here? Like, how do I leave?
You use the crown. The crown itself manipulates time.
I don't have a crown. I have I'll be honest with you because I'm at your mercy right now. I have a key. I have a cool potion thing that I got from my mom. And I have, some healing potions, I think. I have, 500 copper, but I don't have a crown.
So you're implying that you came here through another means?
Didn't you bring me here?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was trying to have tea, 30 seconds ago. I haven't slept in, 36 hours.
He just looks at you, confused.
I'm also confused.
Either you are extremely naive, or he just kind of...
I've heard that before.
He just kind of looks to the side and... Look, one of my jobs is to keep the natural flow of fate and destiny in course. Whatever you're doing right now is manipulating that.
I don't know what I'm doing. I thought you were you're like a god, right? Like a deity? You're pretty up there.
I am.
Yeah.
But
you don't know what's
gods have jobs, and my job is to make sure that the flow of time does not get manipulated. You're seeing future times.
If you could make that stop, I would be so grateful, because I haven't slept in 36 hours.
Give me a persuasion check.
Dahlia.
24.
24. He looks at you. Okay. As he just starts taking his hands, he just spreads them around as more of the actual forest becomes enveloped, as you can start seeing more things other than just a few things growing, as now stone structures start to be formed. A castle behind you just all of a sudden just grows at a fast rate, like build itself in a matter of seconds.
Whoa.
As he immediately just snaps his fingers as you guys are on top of the castle, where he's sitting on a stone chair. Table in front, you are on the other side of the table.
Am I sitting down?
You are sitting down.
Oh.
He's got a large pitcher of red wine in front as he pours you a glass, and he pours himself a glass as he just sits there in proper posture, drinking his wine. Please, we might as well relax. We need to figure this out. If you're not doing this, I need to figure out who is. Whoever it is either using you or you don't know that you're doing it yourself.
I'm just like looking around, like, what the actual what was in that tea?
As the one hand that he's not actually holding
literally just, I'm like pinching myself, like,
what are you doing?
Is this real? I'm so confused, sir. I'm so sorry, but like, how did I get here?
As he's holding like one hand the wine glass, the other one he's like fiddling, and each finger is like growing like a rose as he's just kind of like picking it off, and he's just kind of throwing it in the air, and the rose he's just kind of throwing in the air. One he kind of like puts into his hair and he kind of like twirls it around. He looks at you. I'm as confused as you are.
Yeah. Okay. So you haven't been like giving me dreams or anything, because you've been in some of them.
That's kind of weird.
Hey, have you seen me die?
But I've seen many things.
Time, right?
I'm not going to give you any information about the future if that's what you're asking.
Damn it. Okay. Well. Okay. All right, so hold on. Like, we're on the same page. We're on the same page here. We just need to find the pages to be on the same page. So you don't know how I'm doing this, and I don't know how I'm doing this. So who do we know that could be doing this? I'm a cleric. I don't know if you're like friends with Cocobial and whatnot. I don't know if he's friends with Cocobial and whatnot. But I don't feel like she's doing this, because I feel like there's things I'm seeing that she's like not cool with. That's the vibe I've gotten.
He looks at you confused, but he doesn't explain why. Cocobial has nothing to do with this.
Okay, we can knock that one off the list. Let's go to the next person on the list. I that was my only idea. I'm in your hands now, so.
He just kind of sits back, just kind of looks at you a little bit, kind of gives like his own personal insight on you, just trying to understand what he's kind of brought to his own table.
Poor guy.
I mean, I believe you that you had no control over what this is, but there's only one person I know that's not a god that can do what you do, and you were just seeing through her eyes. So...
Who's that?
The Chrono Witch that is part of your military.
That's is her name Genova?
No.
No. I butchered it. Never mind.
You're not even close, because you guys haven't
not
met her
even
yet.
Close. I wrote their names down.
I will give you her
I'm burning
name.
this book. My notes are terrible. Never let me take notes. Ever again.
Hang on, let me pull up her information. Because I don't think I
We
gave...
haven't met her yet. She's not the one of the big three?
No.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Let's see. Where is she on
Wait.
the list of
Oh, no. Is she one of them? One of the homies?
The homies?
The homies that we haven't met yet! The other campaign people! I have no idea.
No.
I'm feeling Dahlia's delirium right now. I'm just what is going on? This is like an acid trip. There's something in that tea.
I'm tripping out.
I'm tripping out.
You would know her name as Arithia Blueflow.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that. Can you spell that out for me, sir?
He just takes his finger in the air, and much like a firefly, he kind of like draws it out in like an old Elvish writing. So it's Arathyyra, and it's literally just Blueflow, Blueflow.
Well, that was definitely way different from how I intended to spell it. So thank you for that, sir. Okay, cool. There's a slight problem. I've never met this person before in my life, and this is the first time I'm ever hearing about them.
I'm not saying you would have met them, but for some reason you were seeing through their eyes.
That's unfortunate. How do I stop?
Well, if I knew that, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I can agree there. So what's the plan of action, Mr. Godsir? Do we just stop? Do I what's the plan of action? I don't know. Do I just keep having these dreams? Am I ever gonna sleep again?
Well, you can have a choice. You can choose to disregard whoever's giving you these dreams, and I'll manipulate the information that goes in. The drawback of that is you would need constant contact with me for this to work. I'm sure that you're already kind of, as he kind of rolls his eyes, prey to Cacopial.
What did I roll for?
No reason. Or
I like this guy out of character. I like this. I like this.
Or you can keep up with the dreams as see fit. And just to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this. You are given a whether you see it as a gift or a curse, you are given an ability to see things that have not yet happened.
You really hesitated calling that a gift. You can just say it's a curse. I can take it.
Well, let's just say being able to see the future, past, and present is not the easiest thing to deal with.
I
And
know.
I'm a god.
Like one of my first ones, apparently I get stabbed. That's how I die. I don't even know who did it. So what's the point? I'm already not having a good time with it. So I can relate. That's all I'm trying to say. But I'm not really in the position to act like I know what's going on. So whatever you can do to help me out here with this little problem, like I'm gonna trust you. I actually don't know if that's a good idea or not. But we can talk. Maybe when I have had a full 8 hours of sleep, though.
As if it's kind of like he's listening, but almost kind of losing interest. You know, he's kind of like on the side. It's like, oh yeah, and he's kind of just kind of like doing things with the air and the birds. And right, sure. Are
you listening to me? I'm getting mad now.
Be calm.
I'm just saying, you kind of brought me here, and I was having a pretty nice time beforehand. So, like, if you could, like, help me out, that'd be really great.
Well, as I said before, there's only two ways you were brought here. One is you have apparently latent magic that you have no idea about, and it allows you to manipulate time. Or you were holding the crown.
I don't have a crown. I'm telling you.
So then that means you have latent chrono magic. And that's a different
How-
problem.
Is that like a genetic thing, or is that like a I'm a poor unfortunate soul in like an abyss of millions that just got really unlucky?
You were an odd duck to say the least.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Thank you.
Pretend all you like. I have no answer for you as far as that option, as far as how you would have got these powers. One of your parents probably had it.
So, like, can you teach me how to, like, harness it?
I think you misunderstand. You're breaking laws of nature by doing this. You want me to help you do that?
Do you see a different option? You said I can't stop doing it. You train me to be like your little prodigy. I don't know. Like, sir, it's so late. I'm so tired.
Give me one more persuasion check.
I don't know what's going on. I'm so panicked. Oh, 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at you, looks back at the area that he created around. You do bring me a familiarity to a friend that I used to know. It wouldn't hurt to maybe associate myself with another mortal.
I'm honored.
I can't promise you anything, but for right now, we'll just let this be. But if you figure out anything about the questions I asked you, about the crown, about anything about your heritage, about
anything about my heritage,
about any reason why you should have these powers, contact me.
Okay, I can tell you about my heritage now. My dad is a drow, and my mom is a tiefling. My dad is a little cuckoo. My mom is dead. So, what else would you like to know?
So then I mean, it's not a racial thing. I mean, like,
oh, well,
it was your.
They're nobody special. We live
them,
in New Averant. We're broke.
Were either of them magic wielders?
I mean, like, my dad taught me magic. I don't really know a lot about my mom, to be honest with you. She died when I was really young.
Oh, that's
my
sad.
dad
I'm sorry.
said she was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, it is sad. Thank you.
He just like looks at you as he's listening, and he's just like.
Did he say that with no emotion?
Yeah, pretty much. He just kind of like looks at you, and his eyes just kind of like turn from like a green to like a pinkish red as they just kind of like stare at you, almost like they're trying to look at something within as you're talking. And he's just there. He's still listening to you, but he's just kind of watching you.
I'm like talking, rambling, and I'm just like, yeah, like I didn't really know a lot about her. And what are you looking at? I'm gonna say that.
He kind of like goes into a daze for a second until he blinks, and he's like back to his emerald eyes. It's not your genetics. I don't think your parents did. But your mother was something extraordinary. But there's nothing I can see. Well, I mean,
what?
Just keep out for it might be the crown. I mean, maybe it might be in the vicinity, and maybe you're channeling it, something like that. But
just like a metaphorical crown.
No, it's a real crown.
Are you saying I'm going to be like a queen one day?
No.
Oh, well.
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry. Do you want to be a queen?
Financial stability is a really, really nice thing to have.
Same girl.
Relating a little too hard to that one.
I mean, queens are usually through heritage.
Well, apparently I'm the princess of something quite extraordinary, so you never know.
I didn't say a queen. I just said extraordinary. But that's enough information for now, as he just kind of slaps his hands together. Immediately the castle disappears as you're back out into the forest again, as the forest starts to disappear, as he reverts back into a dragon. Well, I got other things to do.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely something.
Too, I guess.
But
I would say it's nice to meet you. Can you give me a heads up before this happens again?
Sure. I'll definitely get on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And he immediately just like takes off and like flies off like an awkward pace away.
An awkward pace away, so I'm just standing there and he's like over here.
Yeah, he's just like flying off, like looking back. It's like, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Oh god, she's still looking.
What else am I supposed to do? I'm just staring at him like, what the fuck just happened?
As he starts to leave, you start to see that the forest slowly but surely starts to disappear as a reverse way if it was being summoned. As all of a sudden you just open up your eyes and you are continuing your conversation with Gaju.
Remember what we were saying, right?
Yeah, I was conveniently, I think. God, what was I talking about?
Decaf tea. Would you like some decaf tea?
I don't know what was happening, but I just like
we were handing back the key.
Whenever I touched, I guess I touched part of your hand or something, but whatever just happened, I like blink back and I like drop everything. So the tea falls over, the key falls over. I like my hand jumps away from yours. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like getting up and now I'm pacing. And I'm like, oh my god, what was in that tea? What kind of tea was it?
Normal ingredients. What's going on?
I'm losing my shit, that's what's going on.
That's kind of what happens when you don't get sleep, too.
No, it's this is why I'm not getting the sleep. Oh my gosh, sorry, whoa, I did not mean to do that. Oh my gosh, one moment I am like drinking tea with you and I'm giving you a key, and then the next moment I am standing in front of Gladland and he's over here talking to me about like some weird ability I have and that there's a crown. And
Gladland.
It was
What do you know about Gladland?
I don't know. I just know that he's weird. And that he didn't appreciate my company. I think I'm pretty entertaining.
I mean, yes, but can you sit back down?
You're nerving me. Sit your ass down.
I'm going to take a few deep breaths. I'm going to sit back down. I am losing my mind. And I know that someone is messing with it. And I have never done this before. And now I have had 3 different visions in the past, 2 days. And I just had another one. And I don't know why.
Is this the first time with Gladland?
This is the first time I've spoken to him. I saw him before. I saw him before when I was dying. So, I wouldn't really consider that. But he was there.
Sorry, you were dying?
I was dying. Guide you. I had a blade in my chest, and I woke up. No, it was in my stomach. Anyway, in the cave when I woke up, and then I pulled up my shirt. I hope you weren't looking, actually, but I had a stab wound, and it disappeared really quick. And that's how I know that it wasn't just me. It wasn't just a dream. It was there. And now I'm having another vision And now I'm not even, oh my god, I'm not even asleep for this one. What if they just randomly come like this?
If anything I know about gods is that it's complicated. Have you talked to Dira about all this?
No. I don't want, she's already, I feel like, really stressed out as it is. And there's already so much going on with Cocobio. I don't have any answers for any of this, and I don't want to stress her out even more mentioning it, you know? Because I don't think I've talked to Deer about this at all.
No.
And
Okay.
Planned to and didn't get to it yet.
I think I did, yeah. There's just so much going on.
yeah, you dropped the family stuff and you didn't get to this part.
Tell me what happened with Gladlin.
Well, I was here, and I look up at the building. I was here, and then I wasn't me. I was somebody else, and the cherry blossoms were not here, and the building was very scary looking, and the sky was black, and then suddenly, next thing I know, I see his eyes looking at me, and I just regale guide you with the whole tale, because and I tell him, I'm pretty candid. I tell him verbatim, because I'm at my wit's end. I don't even have, the capacity to even lie at this point. So I basically relay to him, pretty much everything that just happened.
Do you tell him about the crown?
Yeah, I would tell him that, he mentioned that it would be, either my heritage or a crown, and I clearly don't have a crown, so I don't know what that is even about. I even tried to show him, my hands were empty. And it's apparently not my heritage because I'm boring, so.
This happened when you made connection with my hand.
Are you a crown?
God, I don't
I
know.
say that with no sarcasm. I just genuinely don't know at this point.
First off, you're hiding horns and then hooves. Are you secretly a crown? Are those horns literally the tip of the crown?
Just feel like, are the horns a metaphor?
Yeah.
I asked him if it was a metaphorical crown.
What more are you hiding?
Oh yeah,
A lot.
we'll get to that.
No, this makes a lot of sense, actually. I may or may not have come into possession of a crown this morning. And I will reach into my pouch and pull out the crown.
I'm not touching that thing with a 10-foot pole. I am just staring at it, giving it the 6-foot distance stare with my eyes. And I'm like, oh, that would make a lot of sense. Why do you have this? The silence is so loud.
Things have been crazy lately.
Yeah.
And
A little bit.
in my own way, I asked somebody for guidance. And she gave me this. And told me to find Gladlin.
Well, I found him for you. What on earth? How did you get so somebody came and gave that to you this morning? And you have
You
to
could
find
say that.
Gladlin. And you haven't found him yet because you're clearly holding it right now and you haven't been teleported anywhere.
Well,
Well,
she said I needed to find somebody who could use this to track him. So apparently you have that ability.
oh,
How, I don't understand.
it is also I think a question of the week for me. Actually, no. There's so many other questions. Do me a favor. Don't let me touch that. Unless there's a reason. It wasn't a bad time. I just also don't know what just happened.
Unless there's a way for me to talk to him instead.
Well, I do recommend, actually, I don't even know what to recommend. He's a very interesting individual. It's kind of hard to talk to him, but I think if you put on the charm a little bit, he'll soften up to you.
Okay.
Which is like charm.
Right. How about we put a pin in this for now? You've got a lot on your plate, and my problems can wait. And I'm gonna put the crown back in my pouch, but then remove the pouch from my person and like set it to
Put
the
it
side, but
all
within
the way
eye
over here?
sight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for suddenly this to just turn into more problems. Honestly, I just wanted to relax a little bit.
Well, I promise you there's nothing wrong with the tea. So
Could you pour me some more? I'm going to pick up my spilled cup, gesture over,
Yeah,
because
I'll-
God, I
I'll-
need some more.
I'll pour her some non-caffeinated tea.
But you don't know anything about this key, other than that it clearly goes to a vault.
I know a lot of things, but not about that.
Okay.
Now, you haven't
Well-
really truly investigated the key yet. FYI. None of you have.
No, okay.
Oh, I thought that's what.
You guys have been trying
Oh,
to
that
figure
was-
out like where it goes to, but no one's actually put it down and actually like looked at like the specific like properties of the key.
Well, I'm going to put it on the ground for both of us to lean over and look at the same time.
All right. This key will only work for proficiency. So if you're proficient in Arcana and proficient with investigation, insight, or perception, you can do either one of those.
Say less. Insight it is. Oh, shit. That was a 13.
I am proficient in none of those, so I am useless in this instance.
That
Oh,
means you can
no.
roll one with you can roll something with disadvantage.
You said it was which ones?
Either Arcana, Perception, Investigation, or Insight.
Oh, man. I butchered
I'll
my
do
roll.
it. I'll do insight.
Okay.
Oh dear. That is a 7.
And
We
what-
are flustered.
And what'd you get, Dahlia?
13.
And what was it that you rolled to get a 13?
Insight.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
The key itself has a. You don't know how it works, but it has a mechanical property to it, almost like the teeth themselves can actually shift in different positions depending on how you're using it. It does seem to also have a magical property, which you can't figure out the property is how it works, how it's activated, anything like that. It does have a specific. Both of you rolled me a history check. Whether or not you would be able to figure this out.
Ooh, 23.
18.
Both of you would notice that the specific, even though you can't read them, just do some little checks, the design, the inscription, the decoration, without looking too deep into it, it looks Aberrus in nature. You would be pretty confident to assume that it goes to some locked device in the Aberrus Kingdom.
if I notice he's done looking at it, I pick it up and I'm just like, I don't know why she would have this. It doesn't make sense to me. My mother, apparently, and my father gave it to me and said that I should not tell anyone, and I'm doing a great job of doing that now. But that it's a secret, and the cultists are looking for this, apparently. And so nobody can know I have it. Except for you.
Unlike you, I am pretty good at keeping secrets, so that's no problem.
Oh. I kept your secret, I'm just saying. It's only been a day, but still, that's pretty good.
Well,
but I don't know. I'll just put it back on my persons and tuck it back in and just be like, there's so many questions I have. Like, what is this? What is Cocovial doing? Why am I talking to Gladland? Why is Gladland talking to me? Like, I just...
You now know why Gladland's talking to you.
Well, yeah, that's true. So I have one question answered out of like a million.
So to explain Gladland, as far as to a cleric and a paladin is concerned, Gladland defends the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever somebody is essentially peering into a timeline, affecting fate, affecting destiny, it's Gladland's job to intervene.
Am I Loki? Is that what we're getting at here?
No.
Are we stopping the multiverse?
No. Gladland was created before that show aired, so I did not steal shit. Gladland, Gladland's information is not really hidden from anybody. The three that came before him were three twins. They were born with the gifts of fate and destiny. They were able to travel between time as they see fit, but unfortunately they were messing with timeline too much. So it was deemed that Gladland would get the powers since he's immortal and he would not see the benefits of effing with time. So his job is to make sure that no one else does. Also, he believes that everyone has a set destiny course, and if for some reason they veer off that course, he's there to correct it.
Good to know. Okay. I will have to write that down. Well, I already have half of that written down, so that's good. Okay. Out of curiosity, has Gaiju put back on his bandana and put his tail away?
No.
No?
Just leaving it all to hang out.
It's all out there. Okay. Then I will sip my tea after a long, uncomfortable pause of talking about all of this chaos. And I will take notice, and I'll be like, they're not hiding. Like, the bandana and stuff.
Not at the moment. I told Zephinia, because I felt like she needed to know.
How'd she take it?
Knows something.
Oh, I thought she knew everything. Well,
Oh,
good thing
dear.
I did not say anything. I didn't say anything! It's okay. Just thought she knew. Well, I think it's a good look for you.
Thank you. Unfortunately, it will probably still stay hidden most of the time.
Is there a reason?
When you've made as many mistakes and pissed off as many people as I have, you do whatever you can to stay safe. In my instance, it's easier to pass as an elf than it is a tiefling. So, again, safety precaution. I
You're
don't
not
wish
worried.
it were that way, but
You're not worried about, someone seeing you now?
as far as I'm concerned, you're the only one here, so.
Oh shit, I am. Well,
I would still ask that you only leave this information to those in our squad.
oh, of course.
For the love of God, do not tell Silic.
I
I know you trust him, but I do not.
have a feeling he might know something is up. Just giving you a warning.
I'm well aware that he's not an idiot. I've
Well-
known him for 2 days now, if that. I don't trust easily, Dahlia. And should the wrong person find out, it could mean my death, so please be careful.
Fighting the urge to ask more questions.
Why don't we give
Oh.
the others a spotlight for a few minutes?
Okay.
Right.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Sophinia, what are you doing?
Back
Actually,
I
I'm
got
good about
food,
Okay.
and then I really wanted to take like a little short nap because I'm hurting pretty bad, and I'm gonna readjust the brace on my wing so it's not tarnished or broken.
Okay.
And then I was just gonna kind of wander around, and I really want to go see, now that I have my notes, one of the people who might know who the original person before Renard was,
Okay.
which I had all this time to read and I didn't. Who was it? Who was it? Besides the old archives, there were 2 people. There was the Alchemist Guild or Cindy. I'm gonna go visit Cindy.
You can go visit Cindy. Okay. Okay. It will take you a little bit of time to get there. You're a little bit behind Dira, but you can make it to Cindy. We'll move ahead in time to progress this through. So, Dira, at this point, you do make it over to Lakeshore. One of the outer, there's one of 2 cities that just kind of exist in the outer side of New Averant. That's not actually part of the actual kingdom itself. Mostly a beach town. Has a little bit of forest and woods as part of it, but it is only like about a quarter the size of the ground floor of New Averant. There's plenty of shops. There are different businesses there that actually do tour guides and do charters and allow. There's also a harbor here. You can tell this is definitely a town where pirates feel comfortable to stay at. You do see that one of the bigger, one of the bigger buildings as far as width, but not as height, is legitimately just a building that has like a glowing sign in front of it that's just kind of rickety that just says cities on it. And it is loud. Like if this was a regular chop shop this time, you would hear death metal music playing from like down the block. There is a door to like a side, like an entrance, but you do see that a couple of the blacksmith doors are open, as it looks like herself and a few of her, would you assume as associates, are working on custom weapons. as you see yourself, a human skin tone tiefling. 4 horns, 2 small in the front, 2 long in the back, curled a little bit. Wearing earth tone kind of clothes. And then you can tell that she might have had an injury once upon a time because both her arms were replaced with robotic prosthetics. I will pull her up.
Okay.
Ooh.
As
Ooh.
you see her working on something, looks like she constantly at all times keeps a couple of revolvers on her side and what looks like a hunting rifle on her back. She's working on something, and you just see her just like almost like jamming out to like whatever music is playing at the current time. As you see a human man walk up to you, kind of dust out some overalls. How can I help you?
Pause for 1 second. Just quick question. This town, is this a place that I would have wanted to go in uniform or not?
You can choose. It really is. There's a benefit either way. Soldiers are not unwelcome there, but you do notice you have noticed that soldiers get people hide things. You might get a different treatment, possibly in a negative way. You don't know. It's going to be a gamble either way, so you can choose how you want to do it.
Well, I'm not hiding that I am, so I was just curious about as far as just walking the streets or whatever. So I will probably no, actually I'm not like on official business, so I think I'm probably in civvies, but with my armor.
Okay.
So just for that, yeah. I am coming because, and this is kind of a little, I don't know. I have always been look a man in the eye when you're taking him down. And we have had some skirmishes recently where I have realized that there would be some value in having something with a little bit of range. And I feel like this is a good place to come to look for that.
All right. Well, you made it here at a good time. We're not really backed up right now. He's like, come here. And he kind of like starts walking you over to like a spot where they have like some stuff haphazardly put against the wall where they look like, like if they had zip ties, it would just been like zip tied to the wall, nothing crazy expensive. And you see like these large, almost look like catapult crossbows.
Whoa.
And he's like, it depends on what you want, if you. And I forgot, are you wearing your military garb? You said you were in your military garb, right?
No.
You weren't? Okay.
No.
So it's just like, I mean, he kind of looks at you up and down. Are you looking for something a little bit more durable? Something that can get you a little bit more, kind of like whispers to you? Like big game kind of thing like that?
Not necessarily. It's more of a backup situation. I'm a sword and shield gal most of the time, but there have been some times that I wished I could take someone down from a little bit of a distance.
Fair enough.
Don't have to be a lot, don't have to be big. I just need a little secondary.
Well, so here at Cindy's, we always try to give you the best we can, and depending on how much you want to spend, depends on what we can do. So what are you looking to throw in here?
All right. What do I know would be like reasonable?
So to buy a regular crossbow without any bonuses, I want to say is 50 gold pieces. I want to say 50. 25 gold pieces if you just wanted to buy a light crossbow. Heavy crossbow would be 50. Yeah, so that would be what it would be if you wanted no additional implements to it. You would know that adding in magical effects to it or add in gadgets or gizmos, depending on the properties of it, can go anywhere between increasing it by 200 to possibly 2,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, I was not in that range, but I think maybe if you got real good quality for a basic thing, I'm looking, in the 50 to 75 range. If we're looking for something a little extra special, I could go up a couple hundred.
All right.
Depends on what you got in stock.
Well, I mean, if you want to just buy something outright, that's a little more reasonable. If you want something custom made, I mean, that depends on what we can do. At this point, you immediately just hear, Arthur, get your ass back to work. As you just see her just kind of dusting off her stuff. It's like, what are you doing with the customer? Get back over the forge. She's like, I swear to God, if you step away one more time, as she like literally runs at him and like chucks him out of wall and like puts like a revolver right to his neck. Do not make me do it again. He's like, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help you. You seem so busy. It's like, look, I can do everything. I can take it. Just get back to work. You're not a salesman. I'm sorry, buddy. She kind of like puts out her large metallic hand out as she just kind of like spins her gun away. Well, I'm Cindy.
I think you and my mama would get along. Hello there, Cindy. My name's Dara.
Hello.
And I explained to her the same thing.
Well, I mean, for the price you're looking at, are you looking? I mean, we only got a couple that are already pre-made. If you're, she's kind of eyeing you up a little bit. If you're looking for something specific properties, we can may make something for you.
Looking for specifics. I'm looking. I mean, so here's the thing. There's times that I don't like it, but they're over there and I'm over here, and they need to go down. And as simple as that can be, as quick as it could be to switch from a sword and shield, I think is what I'm looking for.
I think I got something for you. As she like walks over and she like jumps on like a countertop and she grabs something from like a higher shelf. As she pulls it down, she kind of blows off the dust off of it as she immediately brings it down, and she's like, check this out. She puts 2 bolts in it. She's like, Arthur, what? Look fast! As she immediately fires off at him.
Poor Arthur.
Poor Arthur.
You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Glad that you didn't use the very durable bolts. Alright. He's fine. But as you can see, this one holds 2 bolts at once. So, twice the firepower. And also loading. She just kind of like pulls it back. Very fast loading. I wouldn't say it's super powerful, but for the price range you're looking for, double the ammo, half the time to reload. Pretty simple.
That looks like it's about what I'm looking for. Yeah, what are you looking for it?
250.
All right. Maybe if I could get a few bolts in with that, I think I could do that.
I think we can manage. Hey Arthur, still doing good over there? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm just a little wounded. Well, when you're all better, can you grab me some bolts over from the back? I'm going. All right. Make it quick. I really don't care about your health. Hurry up. We'll get that up for you in 1 second.
I appreciate it. Quite an operation you got here.
Oh yeah, I like to keep things as she just kind of straightens up like her dirty clothes, and I like to keep things clean. We always try to bring in the best work over here, and she starts like as she's talking to you, she like takes like a little like a screwdriver. She starts like fidgeting with like the gears of her arms and stuff like that as she's like talking to you.
Mhm.
And you know, like if you ever need any, she's fiddling with her arm, any kind of optional upgrades, we always do that too.
Well, I will keep that in mind. I think I kind of cock my head over toward the forge. I do a bit of work with my own hands, and I just as soon keep them that way. But, you know, accidents happen, so I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Fair enough. Arthur, where are those damn bolts? I'm coming. I'm coming. As he's like holding up to like a wall. He's like dragging like blood smarts all over the place as he's like moving along.
Poor kid.
Oh, Arthur.
As he just like drops like a bag of like 10 bolts there for you. Did you get the good ones? It's like, oh, I didn't know which ones you wanted. I wanted you to get the good ones. Oh, right. Well, go back and get them. Right.
Before he goes to do that, I kind of clap him on the shoulder and just kind of casually lay on hands for 5.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Oh,
He's like,
blessed.
oh, thank you. I'll be right back. As he tries to move as fast as he can over there. As he comes back and he brings over 10 plus 1 bolts for you.
All right, thank you.
But you do make the trade. You do have. I'll make it for you, but it's just a standard non-magical crossbow. But yes, you get to fire 2 shots instead of 1 if you choose to, and then you can actually reload as a bonus action instead of an action.
Great, perfect.
And it is technically a heavy crossbow, if that makes any difference either.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
A lot more range.
Yep, a lot more range, a lot more power.
Yep.
As she, gets everything set up for you, she just looks at you. If you got any friends that you want to bring my way, I mean, got plenty of business that we can bring up. I don't know where you're from or anything like that, but I understand times are tough right now, and everybody needs something to protect their home. So if you're even looking to upgrade, she starts spinning her revolver around. We can definitely get you into the modern age, kind of thing like that.
Well, I will keep that in mind. I'm more of a traditional gal myself.
I understand. I understand. You got to have your certain preferences. But as you start heading out, I'd say this is about the time that Zephania walks in.
Oh, hi, Dira.
Hello there.
Get anything good?
Yeah, I think I kind of sight down the crossbow. Yeah, I think this should be what I needed.
Looks good.
Didn't realize you were coming. I'd have waited for you. How'd your sparring session go?
Going very well. I rested up afterwards, but it went very well.
Oh, hopefully you'll do it again sometime. I'd like to see that. Who won?
I did.
Modest, I see.
So I'm going to walk past and go up to the counter. Are you by chance Cindy?
As she kind of like looks at you, like almost like you are like her muse. She's like, I am, and you. And she's like looking at like your bum wing.
Oh.
I could definitely do something with. What can I help you out with?
I am actually here for some information. I heard you might know who was in charge before Renard.
Dira's just kind of standing back and
like almost like you just kind of killed her buzz. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, him. Right.
Same, girl. Same.
Why do you want to know about him?
Well, I don't really want to know about him. I'm very curious on who came before him.
I mean,
the charm.
As far as his predecessor, he usually tries to keep quiet. If you want me to give some information, I'm gonna need something in return.
Like, what would you like in return?
I mean, a purchase is always nice. I mean, we got to keep the business flowing. She starts looking at your bum wing. I'm sure there's a good story to that. But, bare minimum, she immediately shows her up her arms. I can fix it. I've been always wanted to work on an Azamar's wings.
I'm gonna kind of move my wings as much as possible behind me.
Oh.
I'll let everybody touch my wings. Why are you so interested?
Oh, well, she like shows her back as she kind of like lifts up her like outer jacket, as you see like there's a scar on each shoulder blade. I mean, I've kind of missed mine. I mean, I didn't have the same thing, but I had wings once upon a time, and I can't really fix mine. So it's always been kind of a passion for me to fix someone else's whenever they had a problem.
I kind of lower my eyes a little bit and relax. I'll take your help.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I can help you in both ways. It'd be a personal honor for me to be able to work on your appendages, and if you let me do this, I'll give you the information you want. This has actually been something I've been looking for a while. We don't get too many Azamars around here, so the few that we do, they come and go like the wind. So I haven't really had a chance. So, depending on the material need, it won't cost you too much.
Name your price.
Depends on what you're willing to let me do. Bare minimum 200 gold pieces for simplistics.
What kind of deals do you have? I think that's a little high.
I'll let you give me a persuasion check with advantage because she wants this to happen.
Okay. Persuasion.
Feels dangerous.
Right?
8.
10. 8? 10.
10. She looks, it's like, well, I don't want to lose you as a customer. I mean, how about you buy something in the store and then we'll cover the maintenance of the wings. I'll just charge you for the labor. Say 50 gold pieces on top of the piece that you buy from me.
That can be doable.
Well, let me show you. Are you looking for a specific weapon that anything that you would like as far as a weapon that we can throw onto this?
What do you have for healing?
Healing. She like looks around. She kind of scratches her hair, fitzes with the jewels on her horn. I think I only got really one thing. As she like goes in like the back, you kind of hear her messing with like some storage and stuff like that. She comes out and she pulls out this what looks like a larger sized dagger, like between a dagger and a short sword. And she starts spinning it. It has like the ring on the bottom, so you can just balance it, spin it, circle it around like a fidget spinner kind of thing. As you can see, it has like these 3 specific indentations on the handle. As they're currently filled right now, she like uses some energy to charge them up, and then she just kind of just holds it. As you can see, some of the actual damage that she's taken today from maybe hitting herself with a wrench or something like that just heals itself as one of the lights just disappears.
That is very interesting. What does that go for?
It doesn't. No one really wants something like this for over here. I mean, if you want it, I mean, 150.
I think I can do that. However, I will have to come back and take a rain check on it, as well as my information. Unless
Okay.
you'd like to provide it now,
Well, I mean,
I can do a task.
if you take care of that and you come back right afterwards, I mean, I can give you your information. She's like, give me 1 second. She heads over to like this, what you can assume is like her office or her own specific room. She goes in. She starts looking for information. Let me pull up his
While
thing.
she does that,
Mm-hmm.
are you really short, or are you just trying to delay here a bit? Because I help you out a little bit. I think it
I
wouldn't
have
hurt to
no
have
money,
healing.
so I was hoping to do some tasks before we came back. But I really want her to tell me the information.
All right. Well, I can't spot the whole thing, but just wanted to make sure I knew what's going on.
She comes out
No,
with.
I'm
Go ahead.
intending to pay.
She comes out with this little, like, what looks like a wanted poster, but it's a little aged. And she puts on the ground. This is the last anybody's seen of him. I know he's somewhere around the aisles. She kind of points out as there's a couple. There's the winter aisle and the summer aisle that are just across the way a little bit. And it's Eldar Alarmrius. Eldar. I know he's disappeared for a little while. After they replaced him, I'm pretty sure that asshole up top was trying to hunt them down. So I assume he's down in one of the aisles. We'll have to do some investigation to find him out. I wish I could give you some more information, but he's very secretive.
I can see that. I'm gonna give her 2 gold pieces out of the coin purse that I had found the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the information. I will be back with more gold, and I would like you to work on my wing.
She looks at you and she's almost kind of like very softened by the idea. She's like, "It'd be an honor. I'll make sure that I put my heart and soul into it to make sure everything works out."
I appreciate it. And I kind of just look down in sadness for a minute. I'll be back. And I start to head out with Dira.
Okay.
We're going to find a way to make this happen.
Okay. At this point, the whole island gets alerted to a giant explosion.
Whoa!
All of New Averant. As immediately an explosion hits the floating paradise city of New Averant. As the people that are still up on the floating city, whether you are off duty or on duty, immediately there's an announcement that gets yelled out as you know the way of communication between all of you as long as you're in the city, top floor, bottom floor, is there's a spectral butterflies that get sent out, and they send up whispers, a way of communication. As they get close to you and you start hearing the communication. Intruders! We have the guild here attacking. We must take care of them. All people on duty and off duty, prepare yourself. And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god! And we're 3 hours away. Shit!
Oh no.
I am so fucked. Oh no.
Oh, holy shit. What guild? Oh my god.
The guild, I think the guild masters, I think is what they were called.
Well, they're just the
very
guild.
beginning.
They're just the guild. They're the
Okay.
one that you guys practice on in the first session.
Right.
Oh, right. The assassins. Oh shit.
So,
Oh, no.
that was a fun session. Thank you everybody for watching. We got a few follows. Thank you for the raids.
Yay!
We'll have the other campaigns next session Thursday, and then we'll have the continuation of this one next Tuesday. So stay tuned. Thank you everybody, and we will talk to you later.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.